Today, I want to talk about how to discover your boundaries. There's two ways that I'm going to outline on how to go and discover what your boundaries are. Some of it is intellectual, some of it is internal and subjective, okay, and it's experiential. One very simple way of proxy what your boundaries are finding out what your value system is. And the other way to find out what your boundaries are going inside of yourself and getting in touch with your feelings. And this is a little bit difficult for us in the West because we are so heavily in our minds. We've been conditioned this way to have a strong interest in scientific and evidence-based approaches. And what we can do is we can become disconnected from our intuitive wisdom and the intuitive ways of discovering the world, and we can be overly reliant on rational, logical ways of discovering the world. It takes a little bit of work going within, and you will always take work going within of discovering what your boundaries are. And that is something that we will be following up on in future posts. We'll be going through how to discover your values, and in any of the meditations that I do of going into the heart, that is the second way, it's in that experiential. When we go into our heart, we find our own personal subjective truth, what works for us. And when we know what works for us, we know what works for us. And it doesn't matter if it works for anybody else, but so long as it works for us. And that is the thing that we value in our heart, and that we want to protect that as something that makes you feel good or feel bad. And I'll be expanding upon this. So guys, that is how we discover boundaries, going through intellectual channels and going through heart-based experiential channels. Thanks for tuning in today, guys.